What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since we've had any kind of Civic content here on the channel. I've got several here. You can see I've got the one that's been here forever. I've got one of them converting to all-wheel drive, and I got Cody's here, and there's another one sitting over in front of the shop. You can't really see it. But what I'm going to start back on is the all-wheel drive coupe, the green one, the Green Goblin. I haven't worked on this car in quite a minute, but it's time. So if you're behind on this car, it is a EG coupe. It's got currently has a B20B with a B16 trans. It's got some function form coilovers. It's got some rotor grids on it. I've already done all the rear all-wheel drive components, so it already has a diff in it, already has rear axles, a diff mount, all that crap. You see there? Oh, yeah. It's got all that under there already. What it needs is an all-wheel drive transmission and a drive shaft. So that's what we're going to start on in this video. But this thing's been sitting here for a hot minute, so I'm sure it's dead. So I'm going to use my handy dandy jump box and see if we can jump this thing off and get over to the shop. It is also open head. It's not open header, it's open head because it doesn't have a header on it. I'm going to be installing a PLM all-wheel drive header. I actually got this for a CRV project a while back, and I never installed it on the CRV, so I'm going to use it on this. If you're interested in any of the products that I've talked about here, the PLM header or the budget all-wheel drive diff mount or the Jack Spania lower control arms for the rear or any of that stuff, check the links in the description. You could find you some good quality products for an affordable price, and also help the channel by purchasing through those links. Oh yeah, it's gonna sound sick. All right, let's see if this thing will start. Oh yeah, that's 2,000 fuel tank in there. Sounds like it's low on fuel. It may be, because I know the fuel gauge does work. Oh. Oh yeah. It's very low on gas, so it's probably just not enough gas to keep it running. An open head though. That sounds so good. All right, a couple of days later, you can see I'm kind of dirty. Been on a full day of work today. It was actually on a Tuesday night. I think it's about, I don't know, my dang watch is dead too, so I really don't know what time it is. Hold on, let me check on my other phone. Oh, 11:20 p.m. Anyway, we got the coupe in the shop the other day, and I just got the transmission out of it just now. And well, not just now, a little bit ago, I went ahead and got this guy out because this car was originally automatic. The automatic, it sits like this. Manual, it sits like this. And we need a manual. So took that bracket out, and I've got another manual bracket that I got to weld in here. So you can see I just bent these AC lines and the clutch line and stuff out of the way. Like I said, this car was originally automatic. I actually did this swap, I don't know, over 10 years ago. It's an H Motors B20B, the B16 trans. And then I've got the PLM all-wheel drive header sitting right here. That was the Jack Spania shifter. Was in there for a minute. And no complaints about the Jack Spania stuff. It's really good. Served me really well. And if you're interested in a PLM all-wheel drive header, you can see how it has that little S shape in it there. That's what clears the transfer case. But if you're interested in one of these jewels, check out the website hondaresource.com, and you can use the discount code YouTube to save a few bucks on one of these headers. I promise you that you will not find a better deal on a PLM header or any other PLM product. If you go on PLM's website and it shows it's available, if you go over to my website, if it's available on there, you can use discount code YouTube, and it'll save you more money than you'll find on any other PLM product out there. And if it don't have it listed, shoot me a message, and I'd be glad to help you out on that, because I could still get it. As long as PLM has it in stock, I can just drop ship it to you from them. And like I said, helps you save a few bucks, helps me make a few bucks. So check it out. Well, Saturday now, and I'm back out here to work on it. Stayed out here pretty late on Tuesday, it was Tuesday, getting the transmission prepared, because the transmission I had was out of a first gen CRV. From here at the shop, I put my original CRV transmission from the Yeeter, my K-swapped first gen CRV. I put the original transmission from it into a customer's CRV that came in with a bad differential. And since then, I've got a replacement diff for this transmission, which was the one I pulled out of the customer's first gen. And so I replaced the diff in it and got it back together the other night. All the RTV is dry on it now. I've got the mount right here, and I've got the T-bracket there. So I got to get the T-bracket swapped out and the rear mount, because the rear mount is not very good that's on here. So I've got the all these billet mounts from Jack Spania. So that's the Jack Spania mount, and I've got the rear mount too, and I've got the one that goes over here if I still had front wheel drive. But so I'm gonna put the one on the rear, and I've already got that one as I just showed you. So we'll have two of the Jack Spania mounts, and then the steel mount, which is there for the transmission side, and then get it kind of mounted up in here, see where it needs, the bracket for the frame rail needs to be at, so we can weld that into place, and just working through it. So that's the first time I started with the all-wheel drive transmission in there. I didn't leave it running long because the transmission doesn't have any fluid in it right now, and it is spinning it, so I don't want it to just sit there and spin it a long time, essentially dry, you know. And I got the header on, as you can see, the PLM header, and transmission's mounted. Got the mount put in over here, got the Jack Spania rear mount in with the Hasport T-bracket. And of course, we've still got the Jack Spania mount here. So, good progress today so far. I hadn't really filmed anything because I've been working, and I don't really know where my tripod is. It's been so long since I've filmed much. I don't really know where the tripod is. Probably in this junk in here somewhere. And that's a kind of a pain in the butt to get that mount in there. I tried to leave the factory 2 studs on the transmission on the front and rear, and the way it goes in there without taking the whole motor out, it's just almost impossible to do with the studs still in there. So I take them out and just put bolts in there, and the bolt sits really close to the mount. Probably could stand to have it trimmed a little bit, and the transmission sits really close to the frame rail right down there. Well, you can see it doesn't touch, so all good, I reckon. The header fits very nice. I'll pick it up real quick and show you the bottom side of it, how it has the provision for the all-wheel drive. So you can see here how it kind of S's around the transfer case. So that's the difference between an all-wheel drive header and a typical header, because the typical header is going to go straight back and it would hit the transfer case. So the all-wheel drive header, you can see it comes and S's around the transfer case, and then we can run exhaust from this back. But I got to get the drive shaft put in first from here, from the transfer case to the rear differential, and then once I get that in, I've still got some piping left over here in the corner. Some standing up there, and there's a bunch of bins down there left over from when I did the exhaust on the Yeeter way over there. So I've still got plenty of exhaust pipe to make an exhaust with. I just, like I said, I got to put the drive shaft in first and see where that's going to line up. So got all that squared away. Still got to do an O2 sensor there to, there's the connector. But you can see that header fits very nice. And if you're interested in one of these headers, check out the link in the description. It goes to my website, hondaresource.com. If you use a discount code YouTube on that, it'll get you a nice little discount. And I promise that's the cheapest you'll find the B series all-wheel drive header anywhere. It's guaranteed. And if you find one cheaper, let me know. And hopefully I can beat or match that price. Just hit me up. 1 week later. All right, so like I just said, it's about a week later or something. I don't know. It's been a good bit later anyway. I did some cleaning up here, got rid of some old LED light harnesses that were in here. The LED headlights weren't even being utilized anymore. It's got some regular halogens back in it. So still had all the harnesses and stuff. Had some old power steering lines in here that I took all those out because they weren't working anyway. Still got to do a little bit of tidying up with some of the wiring over here. But I've got the shifter linkage in now. Fluid in the transmission. And yeah, it's just pretty solid up here. Looking good. Looking a lot cleaner. A little more tidy. A little more complete. So all those clips were several weeks old. Just finishing up editing this video and realized I didn't have an outro, so here we are. Supposed to be going tomorrow to pick up a drive shaft for the car, and then hopefully we'll be moving forward with doing some more on it here soon. Again, if you need any of the products that I've used, check out the links in the descriptions. There's also discount codes down there for Jack Spanier Racing and HondaResource.com. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, check it out down. Link in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.